It is the season of love, whether that means for your significant other or for yourself. And what better way to treat yourself than at Beautiful You Med Spa? And I'm joined by Sheila and Leslie with Beautiful You Med Spa. Ladies, happy February.
Happy February. Thank you for being here.
Of course. And I gotta say, I feel like February is about love, and that could mean self-love or love for your significant other, as I mentioned. So if I'm thinking about maybe giving myself some self-care, self-love, maybe a little zhuzh to the face, like filler or Botox, there's a lot of options out there, and I've never had it done before. So where do I begin?
Basically, we would have you come in and we would do a consultation. We do have a piece of technology called the Observe 520X. And that's a good place to start, where under camera with certain lighting, it takes several pictures of your face, your skin, several layers deep. So you get to see all the stuff. It's a great way to start, but it shows us, density, and shows us brown spots, shows us where we're losing volume or where we have some wrinkles that maybe we want to put to bed a little bit. So that's a great place to start.
Okay, and I've heard this term, is it neuromodulators? Mm-hmm. Oh, so what's the difference between that and filler and Botox?
That's a great question, because every single day people come and say, I want some Botox, but I don't want to look like some celebrities we all know. Mm-hmm. And I always say, well, that's not going to happen with a little bit of Botox or Dysport. We prefer Dysport here because it kicks in a little quicker and it lasts a little longer and saves people a little bit of money that way. But a neuromodulator basically affects the muscles of our face. So the muscles that raise our eyebrows and our forehead, for instance, it would kind of calm those down a little bit. But a filler is going to replace volume. So where we might get some, narrowing here or hollows under our eyes, for instance, but really you can use it anywhere, in multiple places, even earlobes.
Interesting. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've never had it done before, so I'd be considered kind of like a first-time client. So what does that plan kind of look like for a first-timer?
Great question. So typically we would start with Dysport or a neuromodulator. That's your first kind of line of attack. And then we can have a person come back after they let that settle in, and if there's other areas they want to address, then we can fill in a little bit with filler. But a lot of times we do those in the same appointment, but a neuromodulator is the first place to start. Typically we see young women even, and men for that matter, in their late teens, early 20s, which sounds crazy, but when you kind of keep those muscles calmed down initially, it keeps those deep furrows from beginning. So it's not recommended for everybody, but if that's a concern, then you could start that young.
Yeah, and that's something that you would kind of talk about during that first consult. What's good for you, what maybe you might want to hold off on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely, and we would go over all of the options as well. So not only do we have our neuromodulators, whether it be Dysport or Botox or fillers that we use to create volume and restructure the face a little, something else that helps tremendously are PDO threads. PDO threads are the scaffolding, and a lot of times you can use them in conjunction with your fillers, because you can fill in wherever it is you didn't create that lift if you're trying to create a little more dimension. So Sheila will absolutely go over an entire plan with an arsenal of options that you can go home and think about.
And we look at budget, we look at expectations, we look at long-term expectations as well. So
now, again, it is February, season of love. What if I want to bring my husband in here? He's a little, trepidatious, but I just want him to come in for a consult. Can we do that? Is a his and hers consult?
Absolutely.
What does that look like?
Absolutely, we do that a lot actually. And oftentimes the women end up getting more things done, but we do a lot of male faces.
Yeah.
So
nothing to be ashamed of.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. I drag my husband in here once in a while as well. So
there you go.
It's no shame.
Staying healthy together, looking good together. So what is the best way for someone watching to give you a call, learn more about Beautiful You Med Spa?
Absolutely. Call me at 417-350-8730, or you can reach us on our website at beautifulyoumed-spa.com.
Okay, you've heard the saying, beauty is skin deep, and if you don't believe me, check out Beautiful You Med Spa at Beautiful You Med Spa. You guys are going to see it all right there. And like they say, seeing is believing. So check it out, Beautiful You Med Spa.